Welcome back, everyone. It is good to see you. We're going to talk about something that recently people have been asking me about. I thought I'd share it with you. I guess since the new upcoming ban on a lot of automated YouTube channels is coming, I've been asked several times, what's the quickest way to get monetized now? Now, back in the old days, it used to be really easy when you could just use AI to copy someone's channel and just start throwing up 3 videos a day. That was easy. You get monetized, you could also get 350,000 subscribers within like a year and a half. That's just why AI is kind of on its way out. It's YouTube, in a way, and the creator economy, the creators community at large is done with AI stuff. And I think it's good that YouTube's finally taking action. But now that that easy mode has been taken away to a degree, what's next? What is the fastest way to get monetized? What is the fastest way to get going on YouTube? Now, I'm going to explain a thing I have, and I think this is probably one of the easiest ways to get the 1,000 subscribers, the 4,000 hours, and start cashing YouTube checks. And I'm going to explain it to you, but a little precursor to this, little disclaimer. If you want to do it because you want to grow a community and you share your art or something like that, or you just share some knowledge you have, don't do this. What I'm about to tell you is a soul-sucking way of being a YouTube channel, okay? And I wouldn't say it takes deceiving your audience, but you're just giving information. Here it is. Buckle up for this one. Political channels. Yeah, one of the easiest ways right now to get going on YouTube, to get monetized, to get your 1,000 subscribers, get all that stuff, start cashing those checks, is go political. Make a politics-only channel and upload every day. Now, here's the thing about it. In a way, it's rage bait, because half the country thinks one way, the other half thinks another way, and you're basically appealing to both audiences because a bunch of people are going to tune in to hear what you say if you're talking about right-wing stuff, and left-wing people will stop by to think you're an idiot, okay? Now, and it goes back and forth. If doing Democrat stuff, right-wing people will show up to tell you you're an idiot. That's just how it goes. These people are giving you a reaction. Reactions equal thumbs up, reactions equal shares, reactions equal comments. All those things combined together gives you a nice engagement rate, and YouTube will push your stuff, okay? There's other ways of doing it. Like these days, kids are pulling pranks on people in public and they're getting a reaction, like they're doing stupid stuff in Walmart and then filming the reaction of people. It's sort of the same thing, but you could do this from the comfort of your own home. And to tell you honest truth, your material is being written for you every single day. Why do you think the news has been on so long? There's new material every freaking day. And if it's slow, dig a little deeper. You know, if nothing major is happening in the news, just dig a little bit deeper. You'll find it. And for the most part, it's easy. I mean, the more controversial thing you say, the more views you're going to get, okay? Worked for Howard Stern forever, still is. Worked for Madonna back when she was popular. Worked for the Jerry Springer show. You take one side and you present it, and the further off the rocker you are, the more views you're going to get. There's certain politicians right now that they understand this, and that's why they're terribly popular, not because of their politics and not because they're a skilled diplomat. It's because they're on social media and they're rage baiting people. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm sure if you follow politics, you have a good idea who they are. They say things in the news, they say things on Twitter to get a reaction from you. Reaction equals popularity and views these days. Now, it's a sad state of affairs, but in reality, that's how it's always been here in the United States. If it bleeds, it leads, as the old saying goes in news. So the more horrific, the more off base you are, the more views you're going to get. More people are going to show up every single day. Now, to a reasonable person, that sounds stupid. Why would you watch someone that enrages you? It's just how humans are. That's just how they are. If I sat up here and started talking trash about some political party or someone that's really popular right now, people would tune in just to call me an idiot. And they'd tune in tomorrow to find out how much more of an idiot I am. Now, I don't advise doing this if you're not thick-skinned, and I would also If you aren't thick-skinned, don't read your comments, ever. Just act like they're not there. They have to happen, because if you block comments on your channel will never grow. But don't ever read the comments if this is what you're doing. Now, some people say, well, you're just rage baiting people. Well, it is, and it's kind of a sleazy tactic, but there's also something you have to consider. There are people on this planet that just want to be angry. They want to find mistakes. They want to hear you saying something stupid so they could be angry and they could give you their 2 cents, okay? That's what they want to do. They want a reaction, and they want someone that they could put in their place, even if it's on a keyboard. I mean, there's the old keyboard warrior. They're going to act more forward and more aggressive towards you because they have the safety of a keyboard, and that makes them feel good. So in a strange way, you're giving them an outlet, okay? So you're doing a service to them. They might not realize it, but you're giving them what they're looking for. You're giving them what they want. I do it on World According to Briggs all the time. If I mispronounce a word, I don't go back and fix it, because I know locals will freak out about it, and people that know the name of it, they want me to know that they know the name of it and I'm wrong. So they leave comments, they share my videos with their friends because I mispronounced some lake in the middle of Minnesota. It could be Lake Winnetaka, and I called it Winnetaka, and they freak out. It's that simple to get thumbs ups, shares, and comments on YouTube videos. Now, I'm not suggesting you make mistakes on purpose. My thing is, if I make a mistake, I just let it go. I'll never give you a mistake on stats or anything like that. Now, I've made some mistakes, but I've never purposely left one in to get a reaction out of you. I've never done that. That's just kind of crossing the line. But I have made some mistakes. After a video's been up, I realized it was totally screwed up. I did a whole video not too long ago on retirement, the money you can get from retirement. And for some reason, I started saying how much it costs a month to stay at a retirement community or assisted living. Okay. Now, I said it was every month, but I was looking at a year price for these places. And for some reason, what it was I wrote my script and I put it in there by mistake. And then I just kept doing it. And it never occurred to me while I was making the video, I was saying the wrong thing till after I uploaded it, and like 50 people pointed out, I'm like, oh my God, I was just saying the wrong beginning to it. I should have said a month or a year instead of a month. So I have made plenty of mistakes, and I took that video down because that was through the whole video. That made the whole video not make sense, and it made it kind of weird. So I actually deleted that one. I have another video where I had made a comment purposely, it was my opinion, on back in the early days when a lot of, let's say, it was about Germany. Why not to live in Germany? I think Germany's, might be a nice place to visit, but the people there are just, I don't like them. But so they had all these immigrants coming in from, refugees from Syrian war and all these other places were just landing in Europe. And they were having these crime problems. Now, you had a flood of people coming into a place, and the locals the local law enforcement couldn't handle all the things. They didn't have a place for these people to stay. They didn't have the proper resources to help them out. So these people resorted to committing crime, stealing, stuff like that. I wasn't saying that that's the only reason they came. I was just saying that this is the situation they're in, and that's why their crime rate shot through the roof. And I showed everything. Oh my God, these people climbed all over me. Because I guess in the video, and I'll admit it, I kind of did make it sound like I was, blaming the refugees, which in a way they do have a little bit of blame to accept, but I made it sound like they were just a plague, and that wasn't my intent. So I took down the video. Now, I took down the video to fix it. Well, this girl had made a video about it, pointing this out, and she got millions of views for that, and that sent more people to my channel. Well, then it just kept going. It kept going. I got an email from the German government. It was ridiculous. And this went on and on. So I put it on unlisted so I could fix something. And then I noticed the weirdest thing. As soon as I put that one on unlisted, thousands and thousands of more views came from Germany on all my other videos. People were searching looking for this video on my channel. I don't know if it was on a commercial or something in Germany, but to this day, I get 10 times more German views than I ever got prior to that video. That video that has been unlisted, I think it's on private now, for about 4 years. And so it's weird how things work. People wanted to show up to be angry. Now that they can't find what they're looking for, they're looking at other places to be angry at my videos. And you could tell where they're coming from. You could see the type and what kind of words they're using. And I know these people are from Germany, just angry on other videos and sharing it with other people. It's the most incredible thing. But some people just want to be angry. So back to what I was saying. If you want to start a YouTube channel and get monetized right away, and that's your only motivation, get monetized and start cashing checks, go political. Okay? Now, with the new things coming up, I wouldn't go political with AI. People won't watch you on that. They're looking for personality. And they're also looking for your opinion, okay? Whether it's right or wrong, whether no one's going to share your opinion, or hardly anyone's going to share no one's going to share the same opinion. So they'll have comments about it. So they want to hear you tell them about the news, and then they want to hear your comment. It's that simple. And the most incredible thing is the news writes itself every single day for you. You don't have to put much work up. You don't have to put much work into this. You need to wake up, read the news, what's going on, and do a video about it. Just get on there and talk about it. I mean, honestly, let me look right now.
A few moments later.
So Ground News is a really good way to do this because they show you both stories. So they'll show you a story that's going on right now, and like they'll talk about Tom Homan. Oh, and here's a good one. Grok, the X AI thing that they had going on that just went on some racist Hitler rant the other day. So yeah, so that one right now is being covered fairly even. Center about 39%. It shows you on this little thing. Whoops, screwed up. It shows you right here. That's the blue. So about 30% are covering this, about 30%, about 30. So, you know, it's evenly being covered by both sides of the political spectrum. Some of them you'll find that like if it's something against liberals on Ground News, you'll find like 80% are the red states or red news sources reporting on this, while there's only 4% blue, something like that. Okay. So you go to Ground News and you got stories right there. You read that story, you get a brief idea of what it is, write yourself out a quick little essay on the subject and start reading it to your camera, okay? Then give your opinion afterwards. And then you could also just go, you know, and the right's reporting this too, and this is what they're saying. That's a formula for success. Now, here's the thing. Not everyone's into politics, but it is one of the most viewed things right now on YouTube. People are going to YouTube for politics because nobody watches cable news, especially younger people. The only reason Fox News has outstanding stats right now, it's because for the most part, older people watch that. Who has cable these days? Older people. I mean, I don't have cable. I get all my news on, you know, YouTube and on X and all those other things. Now, I watch channels that are, let's say, from cable news, their YouTube feeds. I might watch those, but nobody has cable anymore. Fox News has the highest ratings because it's predominantly old people that watch it. Older people, I should say. Make it sound like it's bad. I'm an older person. And that's why they have better news, while left-leaning outlets, who are usually left-leaning people, Democrats, liberals, they tend to be a little bit younger. So, you know, that you always see a disconnect there. But that right there is another great story. Every single day, the news writes itself a story for you. Now, keep in mind, a bunch of other people are doing it too. That's why you have to be consistent. When it comes to news, they have to see you every single day. Every single day. The cool thing about that is it really only takes you about an hour to make a video. I mean, you read the story, 20 minutes, right? Maybe do a little more research, another 20 minutes. Record the video just like I'm doing right now. Minimal editing, boom, you got a video. It could be up hour, if you're slow, 2 hours every single day. So you're working for 2 hours a day and you'll be getting some money. Now, how does that work if you got a job? Okay, let's say you go to work at 8. If you want this to happen, I would wake up at, 5:30 every morning, see what's going on in the news, record something quick, go to work. or edit it, put it up, go to work. That's how I used to do things when I was starting World According to Briggs, because you got to get it up early, because the news, if you get off work at 5 o'clock, the day's pretty much over. So if you want to get monetized quick, change your alarm clock, get up early before work, record a quick video. Doesn't even have to be that long. It could be a 10-minute video. Make your own opinion, put it up online. That's the quickest way to get subscribers, to get your 4,000 hours, and to start getting paid by YouTube. Now, that's my opinion, what the easiest way. There might be other ways. Like I said, the automation and the faceless channels with AI, that used to be the easiest way. It's not the easiest way anymore, because it's being squashed. Now, a lot of people are saying that this July 15th thing isn't going to be that big of a deal. They're just reinforcing some rules they always had, which they did, but they're adding some caveats to it about AI, which when they originally made these things, AI wasn't as much of a problem. Right now, most people are saying that YouTube saw in the numbers that revenues were down because of the AI. Just nobody wants to advertise on AI. So their advertisers start walking away or not putting up as much because of the AI. And the website's getting flooded like we talked about before. So they pulled back on it. So that's that. I think this is just like I said in the last video. This is just the first step of eliminating just complete AI videos. Okay. They're saying it's got to be transformative. It's got to be this. It's got to be this. So they're very vague, and we'll find out on Tuesday, which is 48 hours from now, or 24, depending on when I get this video up. But that for the most part's dead. It might not be completely dead right now, but give it time. This is the first step, I almost guarantee. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some information. Again, from the beginning, if you care about what you're doing and you want to share an art or something like that, this isn't for you. If your motivation is to get on and get paid and it doesn't matter what you do, do this. It's easy win. See you in the next video.